From Government House, where we were sworn...
I would hope that probably it would be my upbringing that helps me connect rather than necessarily my age. I hope when I'm a 50-year-old woman that I have still the same level of empathy and compassion that I have as a 37-year-old woman. The first thing that I remember being very aware of is that, and I was small, so I didn't frame it in terms of equality. I just saw children that didn't have what I did and questioned why that was. It took me a few more years to then realise that actually if you want to change, if you want to change the world, as it were, politics is the place that you make those significant changes. It's not the only place, but it is probably the most effective. Growing up, my sister and I were the only Mormon kids my age that were at my school. So in part, it was a very strong part of my identity. It was how my friends identified me as well. I was both Mormon and sober driver. That was that was the benefit that they saw from my membership. There'll be often times where I don't have the same view as those who are around me, but what I learned was always to respect the perspective of someone else, understand where that view has come from and why, and it's changed, that probably has made me the politician I am.
New Zealanders are deeply concerned, not just about what is happening to our country, but what is happening to our planet.
I made the move to follow Obama on Twitter, and I remember thinking, why am I following Obama on Twitter? And it was because I was hoping to get some kind of insight into this world leader. And it made me realise that, of course, it will always be important that people understand the politics and the drive and the policy direction of our leaders, but they also deserve to have a sense of who they are. So I see social media as a way of, yes, giving people that insight into who you are, and to a certain degree the life that you lead. I know that one of the issues that we have both here in New Zealand and much more broadly is that women's confidence in themselves to do a job can be a barrier, as alongside many of the other very real barriers that exist in the workplace. But I know that is a barrier as well, and if I can give a sense of hope that there is a path, that you can find yourselves in these wonderful situations if you push ahead and hold a bit of self-belief in your ability to do a job. It's a simple message, but I hope one that just my presence conveys. We have a housing crisis. We have not built the infrastructure we need. We need to do that so that we don't offer a false dream to those who make an extraordinary effort to lift and upheave their lives to come here. So I really push back on this idea that, or this sentiment that somehow making sure that we have the right structures and the right system in place is anti-immigration. It's about making sure that New Zealand can uphold its reputation of being a place that when people choose to settle here, have a decent life and a good life, because that's what my ancestors had.